What is poppin'? What is going on, YouTube world? My name is Jamal McKinney, or you can just call me Juice because that is my nickname. I appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right about now, as it does help these videos get out to the public and my channel to grow overall. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly, not once every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you do not miss a single one of those videos that I post. It's only right, you guys. So we officially got our college football playoff today. Number 1 seed, not Clemson, I'm sorry. Number 1 seed, LSU. Number 2 seed, Ohio State. Number 3 seed, Clemson. Number 4 seed, Oklahoma Sooners. And personally for me, I don't have a problem with it. I think the committee actually got it right. There was no argument for any other teams. I mean, if you thought Oregon, Utah, Baylor or Georgia deserved to be in over these 4 teams, I feel like you're not watching college football in a good microscope, okay? Because these 4 teams deserve to be in. It was pretty clear to me, last year was kind of, up in the air. Did Ohio State deserve to get in? Did Georgia, despite a loss, deserve to get in? There were other cases for other teams in previous years, but this year, it was pretty clear cut. I feel like the 3 teams that have really separated themselves are Ohio State, LSU, and Clemson. And Oklahoma, they're not on their level in my opinion, but they're right there and they deserve to be in just because, well, who else are you going to put in? Or, a 2-loss, Oregon team, a 2-loss Utah team, a 2-loss Georgia team that just got blown out by LSU. They got beat by South Carolina at home. So they got the right teams, right? The only real debate was who would be number 1 and who would be number 2. And for me, personally, I would have voted Ohio State number 1 just because they've been the most dominant team all year. They've beaten 5, teams in the top 25 by a margin of 25.5 points. So they've beaten, top teams by an average of 25 points. While LSU, they have the best win of the season, in my opinion, going to Alabama and winning. Even if you want to say beating Georgia, yesterday, pretty much in a virtual road game, in Atlanta. In Atlanta where they beat Georgia. They dominated Georgia from the start. That was a pretty good win too. So I feel like LSU had better wins, but Ohio State had more dominant wins, and they had more wins over top 25 teams. They beat Cincinnati 42-0. They beat Wisconsin 38-7. They just beat Wisconsin yesterday in the Big Ten title game. The thing about Ohio State is they had a 3-game stretch where it was arguably the hardest 3-game stretch in college football. When you look at Penn State playing them, going on the road playing Michigan, and then turn around and playing Wisconsin again in the Big Ten title game, that's a pretty hard stretch, and they got right through it. To me, Ohio State's been the most dominant team all year. They're the best team to me on paper just because they're so complete on both offense and defense. They have the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense in the country right now. They got the best player in college football in Chase Young. So I would have voted Ohio State number 1, but I mean, I can't argue with LSU too much. I mean, I think that there was not a clear-cut choice. You could choose LSU, you could choose Ohio State. I'm not gonna be mad. So I'm really not too mad that Ohio State didn't get the 1 seed. LSU, they did have some really good wins. They beat Florida, who was a top 10 team at the time. They beat Auburn. They beat Alabama on the road with Tua Tagovailoa in the game, and they just recently destroyed Georgia. And so Ohio State has not played a team of the caliber of a Georgia or Alabama that LSU has played. So I understand the committee, putting LSU at number 1 and putting Ohio State at number 2. And I gotta credit LSU. They're a really good team. Joe Burrow is going to win the Heisman, in my opinion. They got some NFL wide receivers. They have a really good offense. The defense does have a lot of questions, though. They did, have some questions when they played Ole Miss. They gave up over 600 yards to them. They gave up a lot of points to Vanderbilt, so not ideal. This is not the LSU defense of old. Their defensive line has really struggled to get pressure on the quarterback, but they dominated Georgia. Georgia's offense is not too impressive to me. They have not been impressive all year, and they were banged up, and they were without 2 of their wide receivers yesterday. So again, I'm not saying I'm shocked that LSU beat Georgia the way they did, but again, I understand why it happened just because I didn't believe in Georgia's offense all year. By the way, in the offseason, I picked Ohio State, I picked Clemson, I picked Georgia, and I picked Oklahoma to make the playoffs. So I did pretty good. LSU, I thought LSU was going to be a really good team, but I did not think they were going to be this good. Joe Brady has really come in and helped Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, to me, right now, is probably going to get drafted number 1 overall to the Cincinnati Bengals, and well deserved. I mean, Joe Burrow, you can say that he's been, aided by Joe Brady. You can clearly, when you watch Joe Burrow, you can clearly see the guy did the work. He put in work in the offseason. He improved his mechanics. He's using his core to throw the football a lot better this year. His arm strength has improved. His anticipation skills have improved. And he's mastered Joe Brady's offense to where he knows where to go with the football. So That's how I feel about LSU. Oklahoma, to me, I don't think they have much of a shot to beat LSU. Their offense is going to be able to score points. This is going to be the best quarterback that LSU has faced all year. So I got questions about, LSU's defense. But Oklahoma cannot keep up with LSU. They can't keep up with LSU's offense because their defense is terrible. Oklahoma's defense is not very good. I know it's improved. I know Oklahoma fans get mad when I say your defense sucks, and it's been better than in years past, but it's still not very good. Baylor was able to exploit them yesterday. Baylor's not a great offense in my opinion. Oklahoma to me is just a one-sided football team. They're a great offensive team, and they're a defense where you hope and pray they can get some stops. Now, they can get some stops better than they did last year, but the offense is not as good as it was last year when they had Kyler Murray and Marquise Hollywood-Brown along with CeeDee Lamb. So again, I had to lean toward LSU to win that first game. I think Clemson has a real shot to win the national championship. I really think people are sleeping on Clemson. And if you actually look at Clemson, they are winning by a wider margin than they won last year. And last year, that Clemson team was one of the 5 best teams I've ever seen. That team was loaded. That team was stacked. That team went 15-0 and destroyed Notre Dame. They destroyed Alabama. Now, personally, to me, Ohio State and LSU are better than any team Clemson faced last year. Meaning, this Ohio State team, they're even better than that 2014 Ohio State team that won the national championship, in my opinion, okay? They're better than Alabama last year. They're better than Notre Dame last year. So the road for Clemson is going to be a lot harder. I think that Ohio State-Clemson game is a one-possession game. I don't think it'll be 31-0 like it was a couple years ago when Ohio State faced Clemson. I do worry about Ohio State to some degree just because Trevor Lawrence is going to be the best quarterback they faced all year. They faced Shea Patterson. They faced, Wisconsin's quarterback. They haven't faced an elite quarterback yet. And I think that worries me because Clemson's the one team that can exploit Ohio State's defense. Ohio State's defense is unworldly. I mean, Jeffrey Okudah is going to be the first cornerback taken, arguably. He's an elite quarterback. They got an NFL secondary. Chase Young, to me, is easily a top 2 pick. To me, he's the best player in college football and easily the best defensive player. He's every bit as good as Nick Bosa, if not a little bit better. So it's going to be very interesting. To me, if Ohio State can come out and punch Clemson in the mouth early, they can win that game. So I don't know who's going to win that game quite yet. I'm leaning toward Ohio State, but Clemson has a real shot to beat them. Again, I think it's going to be a good playoff. I know Oklahoma, in my opinion, doesn't have much of a shot to win, but I can see Oklahoma hanging around for about 3.5 quarters, maybe making it a game into the 4th quarter. So again, that's my takeaway. The committee got it right. There was an argument to be made for Ohio State. I personally would have picked Ohio State. I'm not going off recency bias. I'm going off the whole body of work. And Ohio State, they did not play a close game all year. So I would have voted them number 1. I don't have a problem with LSU being number 1 because, to me, there's no right or wrong answer. LSU's resume is really good. Ohio State's resume is really good. Both are dominant teams. Clemson, they were a dominant team, but they didn't have the resume. In Oklahoma, well, who else were you going to put in? Were you going to put in Oregon? Were you going to put in Utah? Nope. So either way, that's my thoughts on the college football playoffs. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me where I'm right. Tell me where I'm wrong. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Jemai McKinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God bless day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.